hardcore weapons.
Bayley,
some kendo
Bianca,
sticks,
hardcore would be great.
Some barbed wire, some thumbtacks.
Under the light.
Under the light.
Were you just trying to sing Little Mermaid there?
Yeah.
But under the light.
Yeah.
It's good. Is that your favourite Disney film?
No.
What's your favourite Disney film?
I don't know. Is Lion King Disney?
Yeah?
Okay.
God, yeah.
Lion King, yeah.
That's heartbreaking, though.
I know.
It's good, though.
You know, it
I
gets
love
you.
it. Have you seen the live-action Lion King?
Yes. Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
Oh, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Or animated.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know what
Otherwise.
it's called.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, old friend.
How are you?
You go way back.
Way back.
I'm doing good.
Welcome back to Glasgow.
Yes.
Now, you're a fan favourite at the moment, but are you expecting a hostile environment in Glasgow tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I know it's going to be wild for Piper, and it's hard not to cheer for the hometown hero or the country woman, you know. But I just talked about, in another interview that 2016, I was officially Glasgow's girl. They took over our segment. Charlotte Flair couldn't get a word in.
Yep.
So I think Piper has some competition where I'm kind of like I'm adopted here,
Yeah.
you know? And I hope that they'll still accept me tomorrow, and I hope that I think it's going to make for a great match.
I think it will be.
I think it's going to make for, like you said, a little hostile environment, but, that's what we live for. That's what wrestling is.
If Bayley wins, we riot.
Oh,
Do you think?
No. Well, sorry, guys, get ready.
I remember that segment. The crowd hijacked it was the oh
Yeah.
Bayley. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing it now.
Yeah. Just wait for tomorrow. You can sing it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there will be any of it tomorrow. But are you looking forward to this match? It feels really special because of the position that Piper Niven's in.
Yeah, I do. I've been really excited to get in the ring with her in general. And like what I said on last Friday on SmackDown was true. I've been so impressed with her since the first time I got to see her live. I didn't know much of her work before that, to be honest. But I remember sitting front row at the Mae Young Classic with Carmella, and I was out with a separated shoulder at the time, so I just watched her in amazement. I'm like, man, that girl can move. She was smart. She was powerful. She looked amazing. I was so impressed by her. And since she's come, officially got signed and had been in WWE, we've never really been able to cross paths except maybe in the Rumble or little things here and there. So I've been itching to get in the ring with her. She's very special. And she loves this. She's been doing this for so long, and I respect that. I know her journey. I watched probably 15 matches of hers last night,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I know what she's capable of and things that she's done. But it's a special time for me, too. This is, I've been saying this year is going to cement my legacy, and I really think that I still have so much to prove. I won the Rumble, I won at WrestleMania, and this title run right now is my most important that I've ever had. And too bad for Piper, but I'm gonna have to make an example out of her.
Fair enough. I want to talk about your legacy in a minute, but I just heard you talking about video games.
Yeah.
The sponsors of Gorilla Position are WWE 2K24.
Okay.
What are your opinions on the game? Do you like this year's iteration of 2K?
I do, yeah. I haven't been able to play much, to be honest.
You've been a busy girl.
I did a little bit at WrestleMania, and that was fun. When I was younger, I used to like the Create a Wrestler, just because it was a way for me to create myself in the game where I felt like I was part of it. So I don't play as myself when I play that game, but my nephews do, and I think that's the coolest thing to see is when they get excited to play as me. But I'll go as the classics, or I'll be one of my favorites. But it is fun. I do enjoy it.
The ECW Punk Pack has just been added to the game. The Hammerstein Ballroom from One Night Stand
awesome.
is in the game. If you could have a hardcore match as yourself versus anybody in 2K, who would you wrestle in Hammerstein
in 2K?
Ballroom? Who would be that dream opponent?
I mean, probably Bianca Belair. I got a lot of, I know we've had a lot of matches, but I think she still doesn't get the point that I'm better than her, so I just need to beat her up a little bit more with some hardcore weapons.
Bayley, Bianca,
sticks,
hardcore would be great.
Some barbed wire, some thumbtacks.
Oh, thumbtacks. Would you do
chairs,
thumbtacks?
Some splinters.
Would you do thumbtacks?
Against Bianca? I mean, I wouldn't do it.
But she would.
She would.
She would.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bianca, and speaking about your legacy, when I spoke to Bianca last, she said one of her genuine goals in the business was to create more stories for the women that weren't revolving around titles.
Right.
So like proper kind of meaty, in-depth stories.
Yeah.
Do you sort of agree with that? Do you think that's something that's been lacking from the women's division? As good as Triple H's era is, do you think there's still work to do?
You know, for sure. There's always work to do, and it's hard because we have so many women, so many talented women, and only so much time on the shows. Where, of course, you know, there are days where I'm like, we could have a whole show based on the women's division and have people interested in it. But I definitely agree. I think there is so many stories out there to be told, and so many women out there that can showcase just who they are, you know? It's not always about titles, and I've had stories that weren't revolved around titles, and those have been some of my favorites. So, like, I think we have different motives sometimes, and it's not always to be champion. When I came back off my injury, my goal wasn't to be champion, it was to build Io and Dakota. So, like, those are very important stories to be told. And I think it's just a matter of time. Like, really, when Triple H took over, it's like the company started all over again. So it's like we had to reintroduce characters. He hired so many people back that we had to reintroduce or teach the audience who they were, despite what they did on NXT or in the past. So it's been a lot of growing pains in a way, but I believe we will get there because the women here, I think, are hard to deny, and they have so much to give.
Absolutely. Final question. I know I always ask you about her, but Mercedes, she's in AEW now.
Yeah.
Have you heard from her? Is she having a good time?
Haven't heard from her in like 2 years. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on.
More like 2 days. More like, she's doing great. She's happy, you know. I've been so happy to see all of her success, and I think for her too, it's kind of what we're saying, where there's so many stories to be told with so many different women, and she won't do anything but good things for the girls there and for the company, and that's really what she wants to do in wrestling. And we knew when she was here that she just wanted to grow as a performer, but help the whole division and help the whole roster be the best that it can be, and that's her goal over there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bayley, best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.